Welcome inside the State Champs studios for another edition of State Champs Hockey Time. I'm Jonathon Kidd along with Sean Baligian. Sean, how are you?
Excellent, John. Great to be going at this again. Looking forward to another great week of high school hockey and chatting about it here with you.
State Champs Hockey Time is presented by our friends at the Alta Equipment Company, and all of our State Champs programming is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University. They have Visit Day coming up on Saturday, December 9th. Let's take a quick look at that.
Curiosity is in everyone. And if you're a thinker who dreams the unthinkable, join us at Lawrence Technological University's Visit Day.
Check out state-of-the-art labs, meet passionate professors, and LTU will raffle off over a dozen prizes, including a scholarship.
Sign up for Visit Day and learn why a technologically focused education turns curiosity into magic.
Sean, this is a great opportunity for kids to visit this great campus.
Yeah, it's a fantastic campus. There's so much going on. Obviously, a lot of success, a beautiful area down here. Come check it out.
And their athletic program's good, including their hockey team.
Yeah, you got to love that. That's the big thing for guys like us. But no doubt about it, we appreciate being a friend of theirs and them being a friend to us over the years for sure.
Let's drop the puck here on Hockey Time and let's recap the week that was in high school hockey. And how about Byron Center? They're coming from the west side to take on Salem, and it was a 6-2 victory, 4 goals in the third period.
Yeah, boy, they are flying. I mean, look, the last couple years, I don't care where they come from. They're one of the best teams in the state. You have to give them their credit, no doubt. I think Pratt's been on fire. Obviously, Freusland, we've known about him. Paisano, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to call him my Paisano. 7 goals in 6 games. They're getting the goaltending as well from Swanson. 5-0 with a 1.4 goals against average, 929 save percentage. They can beat you in any way possible. They can limit you. They can outscore you. They really got it going on. Does BC.
Let's head down the street to Livonia as Stevenson took on Saline. It was a wild atmosphere, as you can see here in the crowd, especially that one girl there. She was all right up in that camera. They took on Saline and went into overtime, and they got the winner in overtime 2-1.
Yeah, you and I were both there. Great atmosphere, great high school hockey game on a Friday night. It really was. How about Buchanan? He's off to a strong start.
And what about his flow?
His flow is outstanding. He's off to a strong start, 5 points in 5 games. I give him 5 stars on his flow. Of course, Brendan with the OT winner, but I'm going to tell you what, in my mind, I mean, no disrespect to anybody else, I think that Tyler Schroeder, the goaltender for Saline, may have been the story. This kid was incredible that night. He's been incredible all year. 199 goals against average, 940 save percentage. That's a name to keep an eye on in regards to our wall list. More on that in a little bit, but I thought he was outstanding, John.
And how about Chippewa Valley United? They beat Utica Eisenhower in a great debut for a Staskowski.
Former, of course, MHSAA coach, and I can say state champs contributor, Craig Staskowski. Congratulations to young Cam. He goes out. 4 points in 2 games, but he gets the Hattie in his first game. Good on Carson Schreiner and Kevin Dolney. They have 6 points each to pace the way for Chip Valley United early. And not to be undone, we were talking about a former state champ contributor. How about our current state champ contributor, Mike Ivesil?
Barbecue Mike.
His son, Sebi, with a Hattie against Orchard Lake. Congratulations to CC. They take care of business in the Catholic League tournament finals. Fantastic stuff all around the state, but you like to notice a couple of good kids there.
Sean, you have Houghton ranked number 2 in your first state champs top 25 rankings, and they had a great weekend, beating Traverse City Central and eked out a win against Trenton.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they're rolling right now, Johnny. 6-0, a big fan of Micah. If people aren't familiar with him, just a great guy, a great coach. They got 2 big ones coming up, some tests yet, Hancock and Heritage coming up, but Michael Mallette, we've been talking about him. He's leading the way, 9 goals, 3 assists, 12 points. Bryant Lee, another guy on our list, 4-0, $125 goals against average, 924 save percentage. They are flying. To the people that thought that Houghton might take a step back, not so fast, my friends.
Let's talk about fourth-ranked Brighton. They had a great weekend as well. They shut out Northville and a big win over Saginaw here.
Well, so many names that we've talked about the last few years. I mean, you start with Cameron Duffney. I mean, unbelievable start, 10 goals, 9 assists, 19 points in only 7 games.
Duffman.
And then Petite.
Not Pettit.
Petite, off to another great start as well. 11 goals, 5 assists, 16 points in 7 games. How about Levi? There's a reason he won the Wall last year. He's got a .175 goals against average, .943 save percentage, 2 shutouts already. 2 shutouts in 4 games. Huge week for Brighton coming up. More on that later.
Time now for our Wall Award update, brought to you by our friends at Warrior Hockey. So, Sean, voting has started for the top 10.
Yeah, and you know what, John? I urge people to go out there, make your voices be heard, catapult your guy. Again, can't say this enough, the top vote getter, the online winner, as chosen by you, cannot come off the list no matter what. So that's a pretty cool type of situation there. Johnny, this list is going to be fluid as well. Already you're hearing some peeps out west. Forest Hill Central, Grand Rapids Catholic Central, some peaks out near, the Ann Arbor area, out of Saline, out of Plymouth. There are guys that are on the radar that are ready to jump up and on this list. It's easier said than done. But I'll tell you what, Johnny, as always, there is a plethora of good goaltending in this state.
You can cast your vote for the top 10 at statechampsnetwork.com. And that was our Wall Award update, brought to you by our friends at Warrior Hockey. All right, it's time now for our Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. I am joined today by the new head coach at Novi High School, Dane Baruzzini. Dane, welcome to Hockey Time.
Thank you very much.
So I caught up with you at the recent KLAA Media Day. This is your first year as the head coach at Novi. Talk about your journey to get here.
Kind of came up through the youth ranks, coaching at Victory Honda, CompuWare, Little Caesars. Spent 5 years with Coach Gaffney at Lawrence Tech, helped build that program up. Was really a great experience. Kind of joined there when they had a D1, D3 team, watched that rise to ascension, and then made my trip here. I mean, it's always been a goal to coach high school hockey. I'm a high school hockey product playing at Livonia Stevenson, so it was always a dream to find a good job here in the KLAA.
What do you know about the Novi hockey program when you were looking into this job?
I knew it was a rich tradition. 25 years. I remember playing against them in 02, 03, 04 when they were in their infancy. I look at those great coaches they had before me that just build a great foundation. You win 12 regional titles, you win a state title in only 25 years. I mean, that's unheard of. So a long-term success, great talent pool, and most importantly, just great student athletes.
Obviously, you played in the KLA. You're now coaching in the KLA. Just talk about why this conference is one of the toughest in the state.
You just look at it. There's no easy outs. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You can be playing Canton, Salem, Plymouth, any teams in the park. Go on up to Brighton, Heartland, Howell. I mean, it's going to be a battle no matter who you play. And that's what I remember as a player. That's what I got to see, when I was scouting KLAA as a coach at Lawrence Tech. And I mean, it's just nonstop competition. And it's the special thing about it is you have all these student athletes growing up that play together that then have to go to play against each other. So it's just, there's a huge familiarity with everybody. And I mean, just great hockey, great coaches, Coach Kavistos, Coach Gadwa, Coach Mitchell, of course, our rival at Northville, Coach Asemacher, just great coaches leading great programs, and it's, iron sharpens iron in the KLAA.
All right, well, thank you very much, Dane, for joining us on Hockey Time, and good luck to you guys this season.
Hey, thank you very much.
And that was our Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. All right, Hockey Time fans, last week we debuted the Flow Challenge to see who have the best flow in high school hockey.
Yeah, you know what? It's great that we've seen so many submissions already. If you have not seen the submissions, you have an opportunity to look at some majestic flow right now.
All right, we're here with Barn Center Hockey, and we're nominating Luke Laska to have the best flow. He grooms it every day. Yeah! BC on top, baby!
This is Lavoya Stevenson. I would like to nominate my boy Connor Buchanan for the best flow. It's so luscious. It's just very luscious. Feel this. Yeah! Yeah! Look at it. Yeah! 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 Shake it. Shake it. Yeah! Yeah!
What up? We're from Allen Park High School, and we got state champs to come out here because we got 2 nominees for the flow competition. First up, we got John McDonald. Yeah, look at that mullet. Look at that mullet. The country girls love it. Next up, we got Chris Standish. Yeah, give that puppy a shake. Yeah, yeah. These boys have the best flow in Michigan, and they're bound to win. Let's go.
All right, we're here with the Del High hockey team, and we got our nominee for the All-State Hockey Hair Team.
You know, before we reveal this hair, I'd just like to say this kid's haircut was done. Absolute beauty by yours truly, Keegan Lewick. And now to reveal the man himself, Mason Ramsey. Shoulder cutter.
And here's our cutter.
I think it's beautiful. I mean, you have a variation of flow. You have the old school Les Moulets. You have the wild. Just great looks. I think there are a lot more out there that guys should pop that helmet off.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to show that flow. And so that's why we're asking you to submit these videos, and we're going to have some fun with it throughout the course of the year.
Our buddy Brian Johnson, I saw on Twitter, he wants to see one with a Kentucky waterfall.
Yeah, there are so many different varieties. It's
Where
wonderful.
do you rank like Yarmir Yager? What kind of waterfall was that?
To me, that was like a French poodle. It's kind of that French poodle look. Some guys, like for me, I had the curls coming down, and like it wasn't like I didn't like perm it or anything. My hair's just natural wavy. Sometimes you just have that cool stream coming down. There are so many different variations, and that's why we're asking you to send those submissions.
And we, also too, we like to see a nice fro, maybe.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. At the end of the day, just have some fun with it. Pop that helmet off and let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow.
And it's just so great. We've been doing this for 5 years. It's just every time we do these kind of challenges, these kids step up to the plate. Remember like when we had the jerseys? We only had like 4 or 5 in our locker set. Then it turned into 62?
It was unbelievable. I mean, this is a great community. I tell people all the time. I mean, it's a big family, and we're very happy to be a very, very small part of everything that goes on. But year after year, it doesn't surprise me. That's for sure.
Yeah, just like the beanies. You put on that one and it turned into 37. I remember that one episode. You're like, oh my God, I have to put on like 15.
Well, we kind of got, it really got to that point where I was like, all right, we got to call a timeout. Too many came in, and but it was nice. We did the right thing and gave some to charity and to some people that needed and everything. But this is just a great community here.
It's time now for our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. So Sean has the gloves on.
Let's go. The voting already going on right now, Johnny. We like our list, but we say it all the time. There could be changes. And here's a beautiful thing. You and I were just talking about this off the air. When you have some of these tournaments going on, like the big tournament this week, and there are a couple big tournaments this week, make no mistake about that, it gives people an opportunity to see a guy shine on the big stage. And that's when you could see some moves. So keep an eye out, John. Don't be surprised if we don't have a change sooner rather than later.
Now that the voting has started, Sean, the key is if you're leading the vote, you can never get removed off the top 10.
Yeah, that's huge. And that's why we always ask you guys to get involved. It's so easy. Mount up. Get your guy in there, lock him in there. That's that added boost at the end of the year when we all sit around and debate and argue amongst ourselves about, who should get it. Last year was easy. More often than not, it isn't as easy as it was last year. So no doubt you can make it easy for your guy by mounting up and getting out the vote for your guy. It's so easy to do, John.
Yeah, you can cast your vote at statechampsnetwork.com. And that was our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. Let's preview the week ahead in high school hockey, and how about the game on Thursday night? 4th-ranked Brighton at home to take on 5th-ranked Clarkston, the second time they meet this year.
Isn't that unbelievable? What is it, like the second time in like 13 days or something? I mean, it's crazy when you think about it.
Is there going to be like a best-of-3 series?
Yeah, you have to wonder if they're going to do that. But I'm going to say it again, I love when teams do this. When they say, we got an open date, let's grab somebody. Let's see where we're at. Let's test one another. So it looks good on both those programs that they're meeting together like that again.
And Sean, I'm going to make the short trip to Trenton because on Wednesday night they're going to be playing Cranbrook.
Yeah, boy, is that an intriguing matchup. I said it before the season started. I like this Trenton team. I don't think they're going to sneak up on anybody. I think Cranbrook's going to take a step right in the back in the right direction as well. They took a step back, very un-Cranbrook-like year last year. I have a feeling that they're going to be back in the high life again. I mean, really, when you got a goaltender like that, so a great test for both those teams early.
Sean, exciting weekend ahead. We got some showcases. Let's talk about the D3 out in Gaylord.
I love it. John, if you're keeping track at home, I think this is number 4. I wish I could clone myself because, I know we're going to be busy out in Livonia, but so many good games out there and intriguing teams. John, to me, part of the beauty of doing this the last few years, and I think you'll agree with me, is, we know who the usual suspects are, but there are teams that kind of pounce on the scene and then become usual suspects. And I think there are a couple teams up there that intrigue me. So again, I wish I could clone myself, be in Gaylord, be in Livonia at the same time.
So the clone counter is now at 5 because he said it twice there. And for game schedules of the D3 showcase, go to MIHSHockeyHub.com. And let's talk about the big one at the Eddie Egger Ice Arena in Livonia on Saturday. It is the Adam MIHL-KLAA MIHL Showcase.
Love it. All day fun, no doubt about that. Some of the best teams in the state. You and I have had a pretty good seat for that the last few years. I urge people to do tournaments like this. I mean, this is awesome. It gets the news out there. It gets the coverage. It gets the boys playing against some of the best in the state. And certainly that's going to be the case all day going on at Eddie Edgar. They got the 2 rinks out there and heck of a lot of fun to be sure.
So 10 games going on at Eddie this weekend. And which game intrigues you the most? Is it CC Brighton, Heartland Brighton, Stevenson Trenton? Which one?
I would be lying if I didn't say CC and Brighton. There are other games that really intrigue me, but yeah, it's CC and Brighton. I mean, look, I think there are a lot of people out there that think that it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to meet for the D1 championship again. Traditionally the last game of the year. And, what does it mean right now? Nothing. It doesn't. You got some bragging rights for a while. I'm sure both teams would like to beat the other. But I think it's a nice measuring stick to see where you're at, John. That's not to dismiss other teams. I really want to see U of D. Yep. I'm intrigued to see them. I want to see Orchard Lake. I'm intrigued to see them. I've seen Howell already, but I want to see the progression go because I really like what the Highlanders are doing. And I brought this up in the rankings. I've got a chance to see Heartland twice now. They were better. The next time I saw them, they were better, and that's something I think that team's going to do this year. So,
and it's a good for Plymouth, good chance for Flynn Bright, in front of the scouts, and possibly for the Wall.
100%. I mean, that's what we're talking about. This is a situation where, when you have so many people in the building, and the bright lights are shining and everything, I think that's good for everybody. And I'm glad that you're seeing more and more of these tournaments pop up, whether they be in Gaylord, whether they be in Livonia, or of course, the granddaddy of them all in February in Trenton. I think it's fantastic that we have these things.
Props to Gibraltar Carlson. They're going to be participating in this event. They're taking on Canton. Canton with a big win over Salem over the weekend in overtime.
Huge win. No doubt about that. And how many times have we said it? It's never an easy night in a conference like the KLA. And Gibraltar Carlson being a part of this, I think that's fantastic. That's a good story as well. So, we've seen some of those teams kind of pop in over the years. And so now we say welcome to them as well to Livonia.
And of course, me and Sean will be out there throughout most of the day on Saturday. We're going to bring our intern Robbie, so make sure you say hi to Robbie.
Yes, a good cat. Make sure you say hi to Robbie.
And there's a good opportunity too with our cameras there to get the flow. More nominations for the flow.
Yeah, you know, the magnificent flows are the ones that I think we're all looking out for. I still play with mine like it's not there. It hasn't been there for years. But pretty cool that we got so many submissions already. And yeah, if there's one that you want to show off in all its magnificence, make sure that you tap one of us on the shoulder. We'll get a camera on it.
So you're actually going to grab the video camera and tape it?
Heck no, I'm going to tell you to do it.
Or Robbie.
Or Robbie, yeah,
Or Robbie.
Robbie can do it as well. So, but no, hey, listen, my eyes are going to be on the ice, and there's going to be a heck of a lot of great action out there, and you know, it's always fun to see so many familiar faces and meet some new ones as well.
All right, so that's it for another edition of State Champs Hockey Time. So, Sean,
we'll see you at the rink.
State Champs Hockey Time is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. The future of education begins at ltu.edu. State Champs Hockey Time is also presented by Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. Warrior Hockey is proud to support Michigan High School Hockey Player and Goalie of the Year awards. Warrior Hockey is made for this. The Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association, celebrating the 50th anniversary of high school hockey in Michigan. For schedule, scores, and standings, go to the hub, MIHSHockeyHub.com. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. And Michigan Army National Guard, proud sponsor of the Michigan High School Athletic Association.